You have VR boxing, and then you have real boxing. Can the two work together? Can I use my boxing skills to get better at VR boxing? Or if I'm really good at VR boxing, can I go into a gym and now use those skills to actually box? On this channel, we're gonna make the two mix together. I'm gonna teach you some basic boxing skills all the way to advanced boxing skills, and the same thing, and how those actual boxing skills can translate over to the virtual world and help you with some VR boxing. Basic stuff, I'm sorry, let me get it out of the way. Let's go ahead and get into our stance. If you are right-handed, right hand is back, left hand is forward, or if you're comfortable this way. I am right-handed. Big right hand, this is the power hand. I fought southpaw for 10 years. Is where I was comfortable. I liked having my lead strong hand here, and I like defending takedowns. I fought MMA. I like defending takedowns or shooting off of my strong leg when it came to wrestling. So stand wherever you're comfortable. Get into, what I always tell people is get into your stance. And whatever they flow into, whatever they fall into is, let's just say, their natural stance. So most of you guys are right-handed. Stand with your right hand back, left hand forward. Here's my 1, 2, 3. My jab, my cross, and my lead hook. My 1 will always be my lead hand, no matter if I'm right or left. 1 is always going to be the lead hand. Your 2 will always be that cross, no matter what stance I'm in. 2, backhand, the cross. We're going to focus on 3 punches and 3 things with those punches. I'm going to get in my stance. My first punch is going to be my lead hand jab. I'm going to throw my jab out, straight out, and I'm going to focus on 3 things. Is my shoulder covering my chin? Is my opposite hand covering the opposite side? And is my base strong here? Can I take some impact? Can I move around here and without tipping over? Or maybe if I take the opposite impact, can I take that in without having to fall over or tip over my own feet? So 1, shoulder. 2, opposite hand. 3, base. Same thing with my cross. The cross starts from the bottom. My feet start to turn. My hips start to turn. The hand comes back. And now it's like it's generating from my bottom all the way up. And the last thing to come is that cross. So here, my jab is out. My bottom starts to turn. My hips, hand comes back. And the last thing that comes out is that cross. My hand's already back protecting. And when that cross comes, the shoulder covers right over this chin. What are the 1, 2, 3s? 1, 2, 3. How's that base? Now for my hook. So when I'm here, I'm going to bring the same thing. I'm going to uncoil my hips, bring that hook back. And when I bring it from here, I'm going to throw the hook palm facing me. And again, what are those 3 things? Hiding behind the shoulder, my chin's not up. Hiding behind that shoulder, opposite hand is here. And how's this base? Can I move? Am I strong? How do you feel? I know it's basic, but so many people will throw a jab like this, making circles, or a big one is this one, a cross, and they go like this. Like they get style points or something. I don't know. As a lefty, jab. 1, I'm protecting. 2, protecting. 3, base. 2, look at this hand, protecting, and my base. 3, hook, and I'm here protecting. Every single punch I throw is protecting. I'm working my offense, yes, but my defense is there too. A drill that you can do with this looks like this. I'm gonna stand in my stance. I'm here, and for every punch, I'm gonna take a step with the same side. Jab, cross, uppercut, cross, hook, and here. I'm just finding a flow. I don't even know what punches I'm throwing. I'm just throwing whatever comes natural whenever it comes to the combination. But I am making sure whenever I am here, I am protected. Offense and defense is floating at the same time. I can throw my big punch, hiding behind that shoulder, hiding behind this hand, and then countering while being protected. On top of teaching adults, I used to teach kids. I started with kids. I probably started at 18 years old, 19 years old, teaching kids. It started with jiu-jitsu, but eventually boxing, kickboxing, MMA, wrestling. The most valuable thing I got from teaching every single day, the most boring, basic shit in the world, is I got real good at the foundation. You know how good I can do an arm bar from close guard? You know how good I can throw a cross and walk you through that technique? I did it for 10 years nonstop, but that's how I got good at it. Focusing on that basic stuff. And now I can do it in my sleep. And it's not so complicated, but my point is that we can flow like this sometimes if we put in the work on the basic stuff. If I'm over here like trying to be Conor McGregor over here, like trying to be cool about it, you're gonna get hit and it's not gonna be good. So focus on your technique, especially if you're new. We can always branch off as we become better and better and better and say, okay, I get this, but recently I like getting a little loose. Maybe I like this hand down. I like blocking here. I like countering that way. That's not day one. All right, let's see how a little bit of bag work can look with the same thing, with the same concept, trying to keep my hands up, offense, defense, but a little bit of bag work. The entire time I'm throwing, I am here, I am protected. No matter what happens here, I am firing. Imagine the gloves. Now I got another 4 inches of padding. All right, we saw what that looks like on the bag. Now let's see what it looks like in the VR world. I'm gonna put my headset on, put those virtual gloves on. You'll be able to see both perspectives. We are in the VR boxing gym. Let's see what kind of damage we can do on the bag, and let's focus on that technique that we've been working. So some of the differences here obviously are I don't have an actual connection to anything. I don't have impact. So the recoil isn't there. If I was to connect, that impact will generate force back to me, which helps with that recoil. But without it, I'm just swinging at air hard. So it is harder to bring that hand back to your face. So again, boxing, shadow boxing, a little bit easier, controlled. Real boxing, I have a connection that I can hit and then recoil back. VR world, you're punching air. And you're punching air hard because in your headset, you see someone and you're trying to take his teeth, but there's no one there. So you're really swinging for air. So be cautious here. If I throw my big cross, I'm not just endlessly gonna let that flow. If I throw my big hook, I am not gonna just continuously go. I'm gonna throw that hook, counter, and come right back with the anticipation of I'm not gonna connect. So I gotta be my own recoil so I'm not just swinging for nothing. One more time. 1, 2, 3 is my base. 2, 1, 2, 3 is my base. 3, eye line, hiding behind the shoulder. 2, 3 is my base. So 1, 2, 3, I am always working offense, working defense all at the same time. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something at all, make sure to subscribe, like the video. It goes a long way for small creators. So thank you very much. See you in the next one.